Good Monday morning, my LSC 432 peeps. Today, what I'm going to be doing is just giving an overview of what's coming up this week. So, this week we have George Thomas joining us tomorrow. He's going to be talking about getting the digital start a little bit further than what we talked about with Chris Brogan, but he's also going to be talking about building a profile using things like podcasting and inbound marketing. So we're going to be introducing you to some of the core concepts of inbound marketing, which weren't initially parts of social media strategies, but have become a big part of social media strategies. At this point, what we covered is exercise 1, 2, and 3 for your blog strategy. Now, what I want to emphasize, I know I've mentioned this in class, is that the purpose of these exercises is that each is a piece, a component of putting together a larger strategy document. This strategy document is something that is going to guide your digital marketing efforts. But when we get to the client project, we're going to do something very similar with the client. And basically, each one of these little steps is helping us build the foundation for a strong, clear, purposeful strategy. More often than not, people get lost and get confused when it comes to digital and social because they don't have a focus. And that's exactly what these assignments are supposed to be doing. The other thing that is going to be due tomorrow are your first 5 blog post titles, along with the first paragraph that would be written for each individual blog post. The idea of what we're trying to cover here is understanding what we talked about on Thursday, that getting somebody to read your headline is critical, absolutely critical to getting them to read your content. And then in your first paragraph, what you want to think about is addressing the things you are going to cover. So let's say, for example, my blog post is 5 ways to use Hootsuite to make your Twitter management more effective. So 5 ways to use Hootsuite to make your Twitter management more effective. So what I might start out my first paragraph with is, a lot of people will come to us and they will say that they struggle with using Twitter because there is so much going on, it's hard to understand what to focus on. And so one of the tools we use is Hootsuite, and I'm going to give you some tips on what Hootsuite is, but also how to use it. So that's an example of a first paragraph. So in the first paragraph, essentially what you're doing is you're laying out the problem you're going to solve, the value somebody is going to get by reading your post. And it can be different for different audiences, but that's kind of a basic structure. So you get that first attention with a quality blog post title, but then you need to keep that attention with that first paragraph. And really, the formula for a successful first paragraph is a short, concise overview of the problem you're going to be solving for the customer. Another example is 3 best places to vacation with your dogs, or 3 best ways to plan a vacation with your dog. Let's say that's the title. So the blog post intro paragraph might go something like this. A lot of people love to travel with their dogs, but they have a hard time finding hotels and other places that accept them. In this post, what I'm going to do is I'm going to describe 3 great resources you can use that help make pet-friendly travel easier than ever before. So again, that's just a quick example. So hopefully that helps. So what we're going to do tomorrow is, when George comes in, the homework is going to be to tweet out, and I'm going to potentially hand out exercise 4. I actually might do that Thursday in class, just to give you a heads up. And exercise number 4 is going to be putting together a basic content strategy, a content calendar. And then on Thursday, we are going to be talking about creating a great Twitter profile. So I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Make sure to submit your assignments to Dropbox. Make sure to submit your questions for George on Dropbox. And please, please, please tweet them out as well to George. His Twitter handle is @GeorgeB.Thomas. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow and starting out week 4 strong. See you then.